Couple of we got a couple of topics today. I ain't trying to make this show too long, since it's only our first show. So I'm trying to get through these topics as fast as I can. But if y'all haven't already though, man, like, comment, share, subscribe. I looked at my analytics the other day. I see a lot of y'all niggas ain't subscribed, man. If y'all want content to keep rolling in like this, y'all niggas best subscribe. But yo, I wanted to start.
That's up.
But yo, I wanted to start off talking about the NBA Finals though, man. What are your thoughts on the NBA Finals this season, bro, dog?
I'm on Pacers, bro. I'm a Pacers fan.
You a Pacers fan right now?
Bro. I'm a Pacers fan. Fuck it, I'm a Haliburton fan. Let me say that.
I ain't gonna lie. Haliburton has been turning heads, man. So is it safe to say that Haliburton has put those overrated rumors to bed?
Niggas, the fact that niggas called him overrated in the first place pissed me off. Bro, he was literally a top 2 passer behind Jokic. Nigga, Jokic, the best player
No
in
bullshit.
the damn NBA right now.
No bullshit. If you want me to be honest with you right now, the top 3 facilitators in the league right now, in my opinion, Jokic, Trae Young, and Tyrese Haliburton. You can put them in any order you want, nigga.
Yeah,
but the niggas though. Who else facilitate the way them niggas facilitating?
Luka.
And Luka too, but Luka's more so of a scorer, bro. But he can pass. We had that conversation the other day. He can pass. He can pass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, go ahead and say what you was gonna say.
Cause I hate the whole the way niggas treat my boy Haliburton, bro. I just hate it. I think he got one of the shittier end when it came to being drafted, other than Cade. Cade got dicked. I ain't gonna lie. Going to Detroit was crazy.
Yo, for the longest, what my mans was saying? Cade Cunningham was a Bentley stuck in the hood.
No fucking cat. Bro, look at the niggas he's surrounded by, bro.
Bro,
they're
what?
All crash outs.
I'm telling you. What's his face? Isaiah Stewart.
You want more? Oh shit! This crazy as fuck. I ain't seen that shit in a long time.
They're having a lot of trouble just trying to settle him down. I mean, his temper is just ridiculous. He'll probably do the old thing where he runs along the tunnel and comes out the other side.
Try to come out the other end.
That happened at Staples Center a number of years ago.
They are warning the Lakers bench to watch for him coming out the other side.
Crash dummy.
Out the ass. Damn, bro. That nigga try to hop down LeBron.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That nigga LeBron looked like he was not trying to have none of that.
LeBron looked scared for a second. He said, "Hey, yo," that nigga was not believing it, bro.
But I think he did all that shit for attention, though. But go ahead, finish what you was gonna say about Haliburton. We got a little sidetrack.
I just lost my whole train of thought. I'm gonna try to get it back though.
You were saying, I think, you were saying that you was upset that niggas even considered him to be overrated in the first place.
Yeah, because Haliburton never came to the NBA as a scoring first guard. Right. Why do niggas constantly look at his points? Why do y'all look at the production he does on the scoring? You do realize if Haliburton is having 15, 12, and 7 a game, that means that he's having other niggas that are not stars on the team dropping 23 plus because he's distributing the ball, bro. So why do niggas always be like, oh, Haliburton is not going to get this much points? Nigga, he don't care about that.
But you know what I think it is, though, bro? When it comes to, the problem that I have with the point guard position nowadays in today's NBA, I feel like they starting to value scoring more than the ability to play make, because you still need those guys out there that can set your offense up. And Tyrese Haliburton is, the best guy to do that right now, if you want me to be honest with you. But I think the reason why people maybe don't really like Tyrese Haliburton like that is just simply for the fact that, and I can kind of vouch for this because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes watching him play. When he has good games, he has good games, okay? He can give you the nigga can give you 32, 10, and 15 when he's on, okay? But when he's not, when he's not on, when he's off, he's off. You talking about?
Man, I can't say that. I can't say that. He will still give you 15, 10, and 7. Like,
No. I'm just saying when he's having a shitty night, just a shitty night, because I've seen it. He'll give you like 8 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. That's what people don't really like about Tyrese Haliburton. It's like his lows are lows, his highs is highs.
okay.
You know what I mean? There's very rare, often occasions where there's any in between with him. He's either up or he's down.
I mean, but at the same time, though, he's just focusing on that scoring aspect yet again because he may not be getting that number of assists in that game. You watch the passes and the shit that he did. Just like, I ain't gonna lie, Pat Bev. Niggas think Pat Bev is a horrible fucking defender. He's not. Pat Bev is a good defender. He just doesn't produce the numbers. He doesn't produce the numbers. He makes everybody else get good numbers.
Yes.
Like, he forces the defense a certain way. That's how I view Halliburton's play style. He may not give you the numbers, but he's going to produce.
He puts pressure on your defense.
A little bit.
He puts pressure on your defense every time you're on the court because he can do multiple things. He can score, he can rebound, and he can facilitate. So it's less a lot of things you got to account for as a offense. But, let's transition to the motherfucking Thunder right quick, right? How do you feel about Shai's MVP campaign? You know, I hear a lot of people calling him a free throw merchant, all types of shit. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I can't say he's a free throw merchant, bro.
Explain.
Look at Kobe's game. Look at Shai's game. What was Kobe known for? Drawing a foul, baiting niggas into the foul, and getting the N1 every time. Not every time, but N1 a lot of the times. What is Shai doing?
He's doing the same thing, basically,
foul,
right?
Drawing the fouls in the mid-range. And mind you, Shai's mid-range is killer. They have to either contest his space or let him get that shit off.
But would you say that Shai is a better mid-range shooter than he is a three-point shooter right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Who do you think got a better mid-range, Shai or Devin Booker?
Shai. I think he's got the best mid-range in the game right now, in my opinion.
And now, mind you, Devin Booker's mid-range has been known to be butter.
It's lethal.
That pull-up mini butter.
But I think Devin Booker, because he can shoot the three better, it makes him a better overall shooter than Shai is. But when it comes to that mid-range, man, I think Shai got that shit on lock right now.
Yeah,
he got that shit on lock right now.
Shit, Shai's mid-range is fucking deadly, bro. And then you look at the whole team in general, too. I think the team is what really played contention for his MVP. Like, if he wasn't dropping, like, what? How many he's dropped? 30,
he's been dropping, like,
32?
30 points consistently the whole time, the whole series, the whole playoffs.
If he wasn't, right? My thing is, though, bro, points should not be the only thing niggas care about in MVP votings.
He's been, I'm watching the games. He's been doing other shit. He's been getting assists. He's been getting rebounds too.
Nah, that nigga play defense though.
Yeah, he plays
defense. But as an individual player in the NBA, who's the best player in the NBA?
Right now, like you talking about, take the MVP conversation out of it.
Take playoffs out of it.
Joker. It's easy.
Second best. This how I know if you really watch basketball. I'm about to test you right now.
If I say Shai, you gonna say hell nah. So I'm not gonna say Shai. All right. I'm trying to think who. Giannis? I don't fucking know, nigga. Giannis?
That's the smartest decision you could have said.
That's what I'm saying.
Giannis, nigga.
Like,
you not understand what Giannis was doing. Giannis was also damn near averaging a triple-double a game, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I watch, it's Shai, Giannis, and Jokic. But you know what's crazy about all of these niggas, though? They're all not from the United States of America.
And niggas keep saying that Anthony Edwards should be the face of the league. It makes me bad.
I don't know. I just don't like his. My problem with Anthony Edwards is I told you this before, though. I love Anthony Edwards as a player, though, bro. He can really play. His mentality, though, man, is what's going to fuck him up.
I don't know, bro. Ain't got a dog mentality. He got a dog mentality.
But you gotta. Did you watch his exit interview?
It's the interview, bro. Niggas want to
That
say
shit
whatever.
ain't really. I mean, that shit ain't really scream dog to me though. Like,
bro, that's not gonna reflect how he played on the court, though.
he didn't play good. He didn't play good, bro. That fucking Thunder series, he didn't play good.
You know he had a 30 or 40-point game.
Bro, he had like one or two.
And they
he had
lost.
he had like one or two good games. But
How
he
many
didn't play
games did
good.
they play, bro? How many games did they play into?
I think they played like 6 games.
He had 2 great games.
Where was he at?
And the other ones were okay. He lost a great game. Nigga had like 40-something, still lost.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie. I did give him credit for that one. He got my props for that one. But as far as being the face of the league right now, he's got some work to do. But I still think there's potential there for Ant-Man because he has the moxie for it. Like he looks like Michael Jordan, son.
Okay, I can see that. Oh, okay. Wait, this might be off topic, right?
What's
but
up?
Going back to Haliburton, niggas saying Haliburton is what Lonzo would have been if he stayed healthy.
No. Because Lonzo is, I think, me, honestly, in my honest opinion, this is me, my opinion, I think they're 2 totally different players. But I do believe that Haliburton is a slightly better scorer than Lonzo Ball. Slightly better scorer. But Lonzo Ball, he makes up for that with the defense. Because his defense is tenacious. That boy has some defense to him. All right? And what I like about Lonzo, when he first came into the league, right, he had that ugly-ass jump shot, right? Ugly-ass fucking looking shit. Don't get me wrong. He was smacking them shits at UCLA because I watched him play UCLA, all that. He was smacking them bitches in UCLA. But when he came to the league, that shit was ugly. But you know what I liked about it? You know what really impressed me about Lonzo, bro? This is when I really started becoming a fan of him. How he reconstructed his entire jumper. And he started, that shit looked good, pretty. Not just look pretty, it's also going in. Now, if you look at niggas like Ben Simmons, right? What do we talk about when it comes to Ben Simmons? Not being able to shoot the basketball. Not even not being able to shoot the basketball, not having
being scared
willingness.
to score the basketball in general.
Not wanting to shoot the ball.
Well, he's got to get a jump shot. You know, it's like it sounds humorous and all that, but I'm dead ass serious. You can't because if not, he'll regret it when his career is over. And you look at what he's doing now without that is astonishing. Now imagine you can shoot the ball. What does that open up for you? You don't want to retire. No, seriously, you don't want to retire and look back and go, man, if I just had a...
Not wanting to shoot it, and he had all the potential in the world, didn't want to shoot the ball.
No.
Markelle Fultz came into the league, right?
Oh my God, that was, bro. As soon as you start talking about niggas jump shot, I remember that shit, bro. What the fuck was he doing?
Markelle, and you know, this is another nigga that I watched all the time when he was playing in college. I watched him every game he played. I watched because he was just that good.
He was supposed to be such a dog on the Sixers, bro.
He was supposed to be. He was supposed to be the next D Wade. He was that good.
He
had a jumper.
Shit.
He had a jumper. He could dribble, and he was athletic as fuck.
Bro, he was fast though.
Yes.
I think him and I remember at the time where there was niggas like Darren Fox and him are the fastest in the league. Bro.
He was that good. But the Sixers I guess he wanted to change his jumper or whatever the case, and he never was able to recover. So what that tells me is whenever an NBA player goes to do something crazy like change their jump shot that they've been using for years and years and years and years, it's hard. It's not an easy transition to do. Lonzo made that shit look easy, bro.
He ain't make it look easy, bro. He did.
Listen.
That nigga was shooting like 1, 2 threes every 2 games, bro.
You talking about after he changed his jumper or before?
When he was, after he changed that, bro, he was not shooting a lot. He was still like taking it slow with the shooting.
I mean, that's what I mean. It's a new jumper though, T. So that's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, bro. But my thing is though, I don't think you're right when you say you think Haliburton is So if
I
Lonzo
think
stays healthy, you think Haliburton would have still been a better player?
it's hard to say, bro. It's really, really hard to say because you got to look at when Lonzo came into the league, right? Lonzo got drafted 2nd overall by the Lakers. So you already assume that NBA scouts and NBA execs already thought very, very highly of him. Okay? I don't know. I think in the defense, it's for me, it's really the defense because, like I said, bro, Lonzo had better defense. But Lonzo never really looked to score the ball. That's why I'm giving the scoring edge to Haliburton. He was always like a facilitator. But he could get you buckets here and there whenever you needed it. I don't know. It's tough.
Nah,
It's a tough one. But it would have probably been close. I could probably I don't know. It's hard. It's for me. It's hard.
I might be a huge Lonzo fan, bro. But like,
I'm leaning toward you're not on the wrong track because I'm leaning towards Lonzo.
Lonzo's potential was like, bro. When I used to watch, like, I never cared about college basketball like that, bro. I used to watch this nigga Lonzo on UCLA. I didn't even care about Zion, bitch ass, bro. I didn't care about none of them niggas, bro. Only nigga I cared about
was
Lonzo
Ball, nigga.
Bro, because like the way he played, when I hoop, I'm not a hooper. So all I like to do, pass the rock and play defense. You're not gonna see me out here trying to combo niggas down, hit step back. No, bro.
Pure point guard
Get a
T.
rebound. You know what I mean?
T, a pure point guard, fellas.
I play my role.
Yeah.
But it's like, I love defense, bro. And Lonzo's defense, yo.
Tenacious.
Oh my fucking God. He played smart defense. It's not like he was just running at niggas, bro. He was literally just forcing you a certain way. He did what Kobe used to do. Kobe would literally force you a certain way, keep a hand somewhere. As soon as you try to cross the ball, it's gone.
It's gone.
That shit was so beautiful.
Yeah, bro. And like I said, I think, to be honest with you, I'm leaning towards Lonzo being the better player just because of the defense. His defense was that good, and on top of that, he had the size to match. 6'6", point guard. Can play defense like Rajon Rondo, nigga.
Yeah.
It was really just
it
was really just the injuries that fucked him up.
I already know what you're gonna say, but I ain't even gonna finish that question.
Go ahead, say what you was gonna say. It's a open space on this joint.
Who's better, Rondo or Chris Paul, bro?
Nigga, I'm gonna say Chris Paul.
You actually said Chris Paul?
Yes.
You've hated Rondo. You hated Chris Paul.
I don't listen, man. Listen. Listen.
You put Steve Nash with Chris Paul, bro.
I love Steve Nash.
Bro, what are we talking about?
I love Steve Nash, but you might not agree with me when I say it. You probably will, but you might not. I think Tony Parker is better than Rajon Rondo. Oh, no. I think Tony Parker better than Rajon.
Why?
Nigga, you seen Tony Parker's body of work, nigga?
I seen his body of work.
Tony Parker got accolades, bro, that niggas don't talk about. Tony Parker is really like that, nigga.
Nigga, we all know Tony Parker is like that. But I am sorry to say this. Tony Parker is a legendary role player.
A legendary role player is kind of crazy, bro. Like, what is your definition of a role player? Like, throw out some role player stats for me right quick. I just want to get like a grasp of where you're going with this.
If I'm talking, no, I say
you're literally calling one of my favorite point guards ever a role player.
I say legendary for a reason, though.
Okay.
Like, he wasn't your average role player. He was one of those role players. If you need that nigga to step up, he's him.
Right.
But 95% of the time, he was playing a role to who two niggas. You know the two niggas I'm talking about.
Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili.
And who else?
Manu.
Actually, it's three. And Kawhi a little bit.
Kawhi too. Yeah, Kawhi too.
So you feel me? He's a legendary role player. Like Rondo.
No, Rondo's nasty. Rondo's nasty. He's nasty.
Like nigga. Coming down the court, Rondo, you didn't know what the fuck was about to happen, bro. Fast break Rondo.
But the only thing you knew was something spectacular finna happen.
Somebody's getting a buck. That's all you knew.
Yeah.
You didn't know if somebody's going to get a trailing lob, a corner elbow pass, a hezzy pull. Like, yo.
But listen,
bro.
me saying that Tony Parker is better than Rondo, it's not by a lot. I'm not saying that shit by a lot. Because I've seen Rondo do some crazy things on the basketball court, bro. And I'm gonna give you this one too. Rondo was a way better defender than Tony Parker was. I just like me personally, I just really like the way that Tony Parker was able to balance his facilitating and his scoring, especially on a team like the San Antonio Spurs. And you would have to really. You said what?
That's the thing. Spurs was the definition of balance and fundamental, bro.
But you can still make the same argument for Rajon Rondo too, though, because he played on some really great Celtics teams.
Yeah, but they weren't made for fundamentals. Those 2 rings Rondo has, he got them for a reason.
He got one with the Lakers. He got one with the Lakers, and he got one with the Celtics. It's just crazy, ain't it? Because he got one with the Lakers because he won one in the bubble.
Oh yeah, the bubble ring.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Ain't it crazy though how he won a ring for 2 teams that hate each other? Because the Lakers hate the fucking Celtics. The Celtics fucking hate the Lakers.
He was definitely a key player on that Celtics team.
A key player on the Lakers too.
Yeah, he definitely was a great 6-man for them.
But if you look at his title runs versus Tony Parker's title runs, they look totally different.
I ain't gonna lie, Tony Parker title runs look kind of crazy, bro. The teams he was playing. But we can't even say like that Celtics wasn't playing crazy niggas too. How many rings Parker got though?
I think he got like 4 or 5. He got rings, bro. He got 4. I think he got like 4 to 5 chips, and he got 6 All-Star appearances.
Yeah, but bro, I don't know, bro.
It's tough. It's tough, bro.
I'm still taking Rondo.
No, I don't blame you for taking Rondo because Rondo is nice too. It's just when I be saying this shit, bro, it's just be my personal opinion, bro. Because I watch Tony Parker, bro. Nigga, I watch Tony Parker play. I'm a Miami Heat fan. So I watch Tony Parker take my motherfucking... Bro, I watch Tony Parker clean my fucking team out.
You watch that nigga drag his nuts across you.
Nigga, I'm telling you, bro. Him and Ginobili. Duncan, all of them. Bro, I'm telling you. Kawhi.
Bro, that nigga Ginobili was like... He was so tough, but like you couldn't really tell he was tough.
Yo. What?
Looking at that nigga Ginobili, you're not gonna think he's about to drop 30 on you, bro. You blink.
When you look up at the scoreboard,
pull up, like literally.
And he do that shit. It seemed like he do that shit in increments, nigga. He'll give you like 7 one quarter. He'll chill for a little bit. Cause you know he coming off the bench 9 times out of 10, nigga. Like he gonna give you like 7 first quarter. He gonna chill for a little minute, get some ice in him. You know, get some Gatorade going. All right, he said, fuck it. I want to give him 10. I want to give him 10 this time. He going to fuck around and give you 10 right quick. And then halftime roll around. You know, he done got iced up. He chilling now. He about to give you 12 this quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, he going to give you like 10. 30-some points right there.
But it's not like he was just a straight-up killer. I think, be honest, is Greg the best coach to ever do it?
Greg Popovich?
Is he the greatest coach to ever do it, or are you putting Steve Kerr up there?
I can't put Steve Kerr up there, bro, because Steve Kerr kind of inherited.
Steve Kerr led the greatest team ever.
Listen, T. Steve Kerr inherited a great team. Popovich kind of had to build that shit up low key, bro. Because before Popovich got there, the Spurs was bad.
I'm talking about Golden State Steve Kerr.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking. I'm about to get to him in a second. Steve Kerr inherited a good roster. Like, bro, honestly, even when you remember Mark Jackson, right? The head coach. I'm not saying that he's not good.
Nah,
I give Steve Kerr when I look at Steve Kerr, he's like a B+ to a B coach, in my opinion. Okay? It's not bad. B+ is close to an A-. Like, I'm giving Popovich like an A+. Okay?
Yo.
Like, okay, but let me just give you the reasons why I say what I'm saying. Steve Kerr inherited a great roster, bro. You're talking about he inherited the team right before motherfucking Steph Curry was finna pop off. But you know Steph Curry was already popping shit before he even got there. And then he ended up getting Clay, right? Okay, listen. I'm dropping gems right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Then he win the championship against the Cavaliers, which is very, very sketchy. If you go back and look, Kyrie was hurt. Motherfucking Kevin Love was hurt. Okay? I'm not saying that he didn't win the shit fair and square. But even with them two niggas out, they struggled a little bit. If you go back and you look, they struggled just a little bit just to even win that series. Okay, so they come back the next season and they blow a NBA Finals. That's going to put a stain. That's going to put a stain on your legacy.
They blew a 3-1 lead to the Cavaliers. They blew a 3-1 lead to LeBron, nigga. Remember that shit. That's LeBron.
LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, nigga. It don't matter
LeBron
how you
James
size
and
it up.
Kyrie Irving. That's it. LeBron and Kyrie,
bro. You're up 3-1, bro. That series, if you want to get an A or an A- in my book, nigga, you gotta close that series out.
Bro, do you know how many niggas have blown 3-1 leads? Not in the finals,
NBA Finals.
in
the NBA Finals like that, I can't remember the last time I seen a choke job that bad in the NBA Finals. You will lose some point. Listen, bro, if you bring me your homework, if I'm your teacher, right, and you bring me your homework and you got a couple of wrong fucking answers on that shit, I'm taking some points off. I gotta take some points off for that. Okay?
Sure.
And let's just be fair, right? Because I'm in the business of being fair. Okay? Does Steve Kerr win them 2 championships if Kevin Durant don't get on that team? Because don't get me wrong, bro, the Cavaliers was on their ass, nigga, after that year. Because listen, bro. Because if you the Golden State Warriors, right? If you really believe in your heart that you can go back and take them niggas on again, you're not picking Kevin Durant up in that offseason. Them niggas, that 3-1 lead that them niggas blew, had them niggas shook. And I know it did. It had them niggas shook, bro. And ever since they won them 2 rings with KD, I'll give them that. Even though they had a great team, they had a super team, I'm going to still give him his props. He won the championship fair and square. But after KD got hurt, them niggas took a while to get back to that. They took a while to get back up.
You can't say that, bro. When KD got hurt, half the team got hurt alongside with that.
That's
nigga,
facts.
You remember KD went down, Curry went down.
That's facts.
It was a lot of niggas, bro.
That's facts.
They literally had Clay and Draymond.
No, I don't even. To be honest with you, bro, I don't even hold that loss against them. But that 3-1 lead that you had in the finals, bro, you gotta close that out. You gotta close that out. Popovich closing that out.
True shit.
Come on now.
He playing easy, hold the ball till 2 seconds left for you shoot.
Phil Jackson, right? The nigga that coached Michael Jordan and them, he's closing that series out. You gotta close that series out. That's my only reason. That's like
Jackson.
What'd you say?
Ahead. Nah, go ahead.
I'm about to say that's literally the only reason why I give him like a B+ as a head coach. And on top of that, just off of the way this shit looks without Steph Curry on the court, I don't know, bro. Because Popovich, even when sometimes Duncan would miss games, sometimes Manu would miss games, but you couldn't really tell, bro. San Antonio Spurs was locked
really
in, nigga.
Well. He really did build that team really fucking well, though.
Yes.
That was a fucking crazy team.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro, but what grade would you give Steve Kerr as a head coach? What would you say? What would you rank him?
I was gonna give him like an A-, like in between that. I don't think Steve Kerr was a bad. Because look, my reasoning for saying this, Curry is a great player, but Curry wouldn't have blown up if it wasn't for the plays in the way that Steve Kerr played around him.
And I can agree with you.
Like,
I can agree with
that.
that.
Look at how big of a player he made Draymond.
That's true.
Of setting screens. Like, yo, Draymond wasn't really scoring like that. He made Draymond into a point guard for a whole season, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm giving him his props. And don't get me wrong, bro. Draymond could have been a fucking dog. Niggas don't remember. Yo, go on YouTube and look up Summer League Draymond, bro. Summer League Draymond was like prime LeBron.
I've already seen. I've seen it.
12 Summer League highlights.
I think more than ever, the defensive player for the Warriors, he'll help, I think, improve this defense just with his presence. Left hand will split. Huge games. You see him line up the three there, knocking. The ball was meant for him.
Draymond Green back to him and spin away. The fadeaway is good. Where he is in the depth chart for the Golden State Warriors. It's Steph Curry and David Lee. And
Bazemore downloaded Draymond Green. Patient, moving, grooving, and scoring with the left hand.
Oh, man, nice block. Gets ready for his third year as a Laker and his 4-year contract coming over.
I think more than
it's nice to Steph about Seth knowing, the Tobacco Road. North Carroll moves it back to Bazemore. Draymond Green with the block at 4 over the alley. So, everybody knows you guys score, but just talk a little bit and tell us about the focus.
Thomas had that one swatted. Bazemore, Green, Jenkins looking for an opening. Green will shoot and hits.
By Green.
Crazy work. He was giving niggas work.
That nigga was hooping like prime LeBron.
Every time. But you know what? But go ahead, T. You good?
Like, he could have been. So if you looking at this nigga literally made Draymond a top 5 Warriors of all time for simply setting screens.
Yeah, I can give you that.
How big? Like, he played, and then he was playing that nigga after fucking 5, and it was working the way he played him after 5. It's like his schemes was very fucking good, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give him that.
Like, without, I'm sorry. You remember, you said Curry was already popping. Curry had a blow-up year because he had a good coach to play around him. He wouldn't have blown up. Like, Curry would have still been good. Curry would have still been dropping like a cool 25, 26, 27 every night. Curry wouldn't have been dropping 35, 40, 60s without those kind of plays, bro. Like,
I can agree with you.
Niggas literally said Curry was a fucking runner. What was that? Who was that nigga that had to guard Curry during the NBA Finals?
Deli almost died guarding Steph Curry. No, literally almost died. We have footage of this man in the ice tub, like literally to his neck, trying to guard this man.
Randomly on my Twitter feed the other day, Dellavedova montage video popped up from the 15 finals. Fuck, he tried.
He tried.
No, he battled his ass off.
What?
Like, competed.
From watching that, Dellavedova is by far one of my greatest people I like of all time. He literally gave everything he had, and there was no excuse. There wasn't like, oh, he just had it going. It was like, oh, I'm trying, or no. There wasn't none of that. He could barely talk after. That's how hard he was trying.
You know what I'm talking
Matthew Dellavedova.
Then you heard what he said about that. He said, bro, I hate guarding Curry. I just run. That's why I'm like, yo.
Yeah, Steve Kerr. Yeah, like, Steve Kerr was. Yeah. He did.
Like, the schemes that nigga played around Curry, bro. Like, to build a superstar, Steve Kerr did an amazing job. He probably did one of the best jobs as a coach.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why even though Mark Jackson, his last year in Golden State, he had a good season with them. But I think the reason why they moved on from him was because they needed a head coach that can get more out of the roster. Like you said, guys like Draymond, elevating Curry's game. Because I ain't going to lie to you. I will give Steve Kerr props on this. Steph Curry didn't become an MVP until he got there. So the scheme definitely had something to do with it. Klay Thompson's game elevated as well. So I'll give you that. Steve Kerr definitely did, elevate them niggas.
Steve Kerr brought the best out those players. Like, it was already, like, you have talented ass players. I'm not going to lie. You have talented players on every NBA team.
True.
It takes their coaches to bring it up. Look at the Bucks. Look at the Bucks fucking series. Even though they lost, who expected Gary Trent to drop 30-point games? How many times in a row? Nobody.
Nobody expected
But
that.
it's the way they played around him. Niggas was so focused on Giannis. Gary Trent Jr. was literally just spraying threes. Literally. Nigga, I don't remember how many 30-point games the nigga had.
That nigga had a lot. Though. He had a lot of 30-point
Last
games,
game,
bro.
he sold, though. That nigga. Bro, he was literally the only reason they lost. Like, I watched that shit like this.
Bro, he definitely sold that shit. Because they really could have won that game.
Bro, if only he did not fumble the fucking ball out of bounds, they would have won.
They would have won that game. They would have won that game.
They would have fucking won. Because they had to foul him. And if he would have hit the free throws, that was a 4-point game. Nah, fucked around, let this nigga Haliburton fry.
Man,
like,
yo, these playoffs have been like one of the craziest playoffs I've ever been like a part of. Cause it's like you never know what's gonna happen on any given night. A motherfucker could fuck around and blow your ass out by 40, and then the next game they could fuck around and lose by 40. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. But let's OKC, bro. But let's transition over to I wanted to talk about this before we dive too deep, because we really getting into it right now on the podcast. What do you think about Tom Thibodeau being fired from the New York Knicks? What are your thoughts on that?
I ain't gonna lie. I was so confused on why they even did it.
You know that I was thinking the same thing too, but I was reading something.
Then I did remember.
Go ahead.
He traded some trades I didn't agree on. Like the way he acquired Cat, he didn't need to give up that much capital for him.
I mean, we can agree to disagree that the cat thing kind of worked a little bit.
No, it worked, but I'm saying the amount of pieces he gave up is what fucked him up in the end, because they literally had no depth.
They have no assets, bro.
Like they literally, Cat and Brunson literally would sit out 2 minutes a quarter, bro. Fuck, them niggas was playing 40 minutes a quarter each, all starters. Like, do we understand that, bro?
He has no bench, bro. No bench,
bro. And when a bench came in, them niggas got fried. We all saw it. Brunson would have to come in and drop 30 to
bro, and that's a coaching problem, because that's been the knocks.
At first, I was like, wow, that nigga was good for y'all. Then I'm like, he did kind of fuck y'all roster up a little bit. So
yeah, T, and you know what's crazy, bro? You say that too. I'm glad you brought that up, because that seems to be like something that's followed Thibodeau around his entire coaching career. Even going back to Chicago, niggas complained about him playing the niggas too much, playing niggas too many minutes. And then when he went to Minnesota, they were complaining about him playing the niggas too many minutes. Now he come to New York, he's playing niggas too many minutes. And
so that's the shit, though. He never had depth in Chicago like that either, because he focused on all starters. Like, he literally just wanted my starters to suffer.
Bro, I would hate to play I hate to play for him. And if I played for him, I'll tell him to make me a 6-man, nigga, because I'm not playing 40 minutes a night.
Bro, look at it. He had Bridges playing 30-plus minutes a game. Bro, go look at Bridges' field goal percentage for the whole playoff, bro. I think that nigga had one positive field goal percentage, bro.
Because he's playing too much. He's playing too many minutes.
I got you. But bro, like, he was sweating niggas, bro. Having niggas sweating everything in life.
But you know what I heard, though? You know what I heard? I heard that execs around the league, even though us as fans are surprised that they let Thibodeau go, execs around the league weren't surprised that they let him go. Because I think this was something that the New York Knicks were contemplating a head coaching change even before the playoffs started.
Who do you think they're gonna pick up?
That's a good question. You asking the golden questions, bro. Because I was just about to get to that. I have 3.
I'm just thinking, like,
I literally have like 4 potential candidates that I could think of off the top of my head. Number 1 is Mike Malone, because I still to this day don't understand why they fired Mike Malone. Till this day, I still don't understand it.
Yeah. Go on,
I got I don't know if you remember Frank Vogel. He won the championship with the Lakers in the bubble that year. He was the coach. He was the head coach that year.
Oh, I remember him, but like I don't know much about him.
He
I'm
also
not gonna
coached.
lie, bro.
He also coached.
I don't. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
You
don't
good.
think that coaches really mattered in the bubble, bro. That was pure hoops. That was niggas just hooping.
Oh no,
Like-
I only brought him up because he has a he was on. Remember when Paul George was good on the Pacers and shit with that team? He was the coach for that team, so he got a little bit of experience. You know what I mean? He got championship experience, even though it's not really great championship experience because he won it in the bubble. You know what I mean? But he
Bro,
still won.
Bro. I think the bubble championship is one of the hardest wins that niggas could acquire. You do understand? You are having niggas in open gym runs. Like, there's nobody there to distract them. These niggas, all they can, bro. You know how many players was dropping 30-point games?
Easy.
There were times where it was like 3 niggas in a game dropping 30.
Easy. I think Jamal Murray dropped like 50 points in a game in the bubble.
Bro, him and Mitchell, literally remember him and Mitchell going back and forth for like 3 games in a row.
3 games in a row. But that's
Niggas,
what happens though.
Dropping 40 like.
But you see how much the crowd plays into
NBA.
But also though, but we can't say that though because in the bubble, you can't really say that because in the bubble there's no traveling. Nobody's traveling. So everybody just waking up, literally going to the rec center to hoop.
Literally open gym runs, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's probably the hardest because, like, at that point, coaching really didn't fucking matter.
Nah.
It didn't, bro. You could really sit there and tell a nigga, yo, watch his left hand. You have never seen a nigga do a hezzy pull up from the half court line before at all.
And everybody was doing it because niggas didn't give a fuck.
Bro, how many times did LeBron shoot from logo in the bubble?
A lot.
Bron's not even like a consistent scorer either, bro.
But
I mean, not a consistent like 3-point shooter like that.
But I'll tell you this, like, that bubble made him look like it.
Bro, that bubble made niggas look amazing, bro. I feel like Ben Simmons, if he wasn't a bitch, could have been so good in the bubble. I feel like he could.
You know what I call it though? I call it a Mickey Mouse ring. That's what I call it. The Mickey Mouse championship ring. Because they won that shit in Orlando. They was in Orlando when they was in the bubble and shit. So I call that shit a motherfucking Mickey Mouse ring. But nah, I got Mike Malone. Mike Malone is really my number one option for them, for real. Because he got real championship experience, nigga. He just won a championship with the Nuggets not that long ago. So I got Mike Malone, Frank Vogel.
I see why they fired Mike Malone on the Nuggets.
You can see why do you think they fired him? That's because I want to get your
There were times where people just love to dick ride. There were times where even Jokic was yelling at this nigga to put Russ in the game during the fourth quarter. There is a reason why niggas wanted Russ in the game during the fourth quarter. Among all the niggas there, who was gonna exert the most amount of hype bullshit energy?
It was gonna be Russell Westbrook. Yeah.
Russ would have brought energy out the ass. And that's the reason why a lot of their losses came in the fourth, because they didn't hustle in the fourth. I know you remember it. It was literally just Jokic, Aaron Gordon, and fucking Murray.
That was it.
Braun was occasionally helping, but it's like they didn't have the consistent energy. And then niggas would see, even though Russ wasn't scoring like he usually used to back in the day, prime Russ, I miss you, bro. But
I miss you too, dog. You'll never see another player like that.
And that's why
triple doubles like that, bro. At 6'3", triple doubles like that? No.
Literally, triple double is a fucking point guard thing. So when I tell niggas that statistically wise, Russ is the greatest point guard to ever touch basketball.
Statistically, yes. Crazy. Statistically, I'll give you statistically, yes.
Niggas really think I'm crazy when I say that. I'm like,
you're not
stupid.
You're not crazy though.
Niggas
they don't
like,
know
what? Act like Curry ain't dropped.
But Curry never averaged a triple double.
Bro, this nigga Westbrook is like 17th or something in rebounds as a fucking point guard.
As a point guard, that's unheard of. Unheard of. Unheard of.
Only other nigga I can say gets close to that is Magic Johnson. Nigga was 6'9" though.
He don't even count. To be honest with you, he don't
nigga
even
was
count.
6'9", bro.
To be honest,
Like,
I don't even count that. You nigga, if you 6'8" at the point guard spot, nigga, you better be getting some fucking rebounds. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, shit. Luka averaging like 4 or 5.
Come on now, bro. And that nigga soft. Luka soft as hell on defense, bro.
Oh, on defense, he's super shit. That nigga's a cone.
I'm not talking, but on the boards though, he go hard on the boards. I give him that. He go hard on the boards. But
wait, what was we talking about before we went straight to Westbrook?
We was talking about Mike Malone. Why he got fired?
Yeah,
so
you think that was stupid not playing.
Okay, so you think the reason why they really fired him is because of the lack of adjustments he made in the fourth quarter?
Lack of adjustments he made in a lot of games.
But you don't think that him winning that championship not too long ago, they could give him a little leeway? They had to fire the man?
He was doing the same shit last season. That's why they picked up Westbrook.
Type shit.
They picked up Westbrook because they didn't have the hype on defense.
Okay.
They brought a nigga in that can really turn you up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
To not do straight, bro.
But if you have that man on the bench, why aren't you using him? Don't make sense.
Every time he played Russ in the fourth quarter, yeah, Russ wasn't scoring.
But he's doing other things for you.
Everywhere, though.
Yeah.
Hustles. Fucking steals. Nigga, headbutting niggas. Shoulder checking niggas. He was doing it all, bro. Like, niggas fail to realize adjustments as a coach will get you fired that quickly.
Real quick.
Look at it. Was it JJ Redick that was on the fucking that got fired like midway through the season or some shit like that? Who was it?
It wasn't JJ Redick. Was it Mike Brown for the
the Lakers?
You talking about on the Lakers when he got fired from the Lakers? Who was their coach?
You know who I'm talking about though?
I know who you. Bro, I know who you're talking about.
I think was it JJ?
Nah. It wasn't JJ still playing. He's still a coach.
Oh yeah.
It had to have been who was the coach before him? Do you remember?
I think that was the Bull.
I don't even remember his name.
Because, bro, like he did it. He literally let LeBron run the team, bro. The nigga was just like, "Bron, what you think?"
Who was that?
All right, bro.
Now I want to know who. I don't want to know who that was. Hold up.
Exactly who I'm talking about, though.
I don't.
Like that's stupid,
bro. I know who it, bro. When you know what's crazy? Because I can't even look it up. I can't even look it up right now because of the fucking shit.
You don't know the season, yeah.
But
what's it?
Damn, I don't know. I want to remember his name. Yo, when we figure out what his name is, bro, we're gonna reiterate this. We're gonna come back to this conversation. But in the meantime, though, I'm gonna go with because I already named who Malone, Frank Vogel. I'm gonna say Mike Brown, the dude that got fired from the Kings. I think the only reason why the Kings fired him for real is because first of all, the Kings are trash as fuck, and they're finna and they traded De'Aaron Fox away, so you know they're finna rebuild. So and I don't even think Mike Brown wants to even be a part of no fucking rebuild. So I got Mike Brown because a lot of niggas respect him, especially coaches around the league. They respect Mike Brown. And I got
Mike Brown. You know what he's talking about.
And I got a sleeper pick in Budenholzer. The one that the coach that coached the Bucks that one year when they won the chip.
That's not a bad one because they definitely do want to grab Giannis.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a bad one.
And he's not gonna play them. He's not gonna play them niggas 40+ minutes a night. He's not doing that shit.
But they're gonna trade Cat if they get Giannis. Though Cat's gone.
See, that's the thing though. I don't even know if they're gonna get Giannis. That's even a good topic too. Where do you think Giannis lands at the end of this?
He's better off staying. Giannis is 110% better off staying.
Okay.
Because look at it. You put Giannis on Knicks. That's not Giannis's team.
It's not. Well,
you put Giannis on the Spurs.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hold on. Wait a minute. Any team that Giannis goes to automatically becomes Giannis's team, nigga. I ain't gonna.
No. You wanna know why I say that?
Go ahead.
That New York culture is too hard.
I don't think
he is.
Yeah, you right
No,
though. I
he's
don't think
not
that's
gonna
a good fit for him.
That's not gonna be his team. They will never be like, oh, Giannis. They're gonna be happy to get him. They always gonna look at Brunson as their number one though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because they still look at Devin Booker as the guy over there in Phoenix, even though they got KD. So it kind of be like something like that.
They look at what?
I said they still look at Booker. No, I'm saying they still look at Booker as the guy over there, even though they went and picked KD up. So you think it would be the same thing with Giannis in a sense.
Yeah.
Minus him, even though he would be putting up better numbers than Brunson, because let's be for real.
Yeah.
He's a better player than Jalen Brunson. You still think that the New York Knicks would be like, yo, this is Jalen Brunson's team?
Easily.
Okay.
Bro, it's because who's their franchise player?
Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
Who's the franchise player on the Suns? Devin
Booker. Okay. Yeah, these niggas are just ring merchants.
Exactly.
They just ring chasing.
They just here just to get a cool little ring or something.
Yeah. Okay. So, how about Giannis to the Raptors? Because I heard a lot of niggas talking about he might go to the Raptors. You know the GM Masai Ujiri.
He's cool with him.
He's really close with Giannis. And to be honest with you, if I'm looking at a lot of these teams, like the San Antonio Spurs and the Toronto Raptors, when you're talking about assets to acquire Giannis, to get a trade done for Giannis, those two teams are loaded with assets and young players to get the guy, to get the deal done. That's why I think he might end up on one of them two teams right there. Because the Spurs got the second overall pick in the draft. A lot of people aren't talking about that. The second overall pick in the draft is just as valuable as the number one.
And they already got, what's that bull's name? Cam Thomas.
Who?
Victor Wembanyama.
Cam Thomas.
Or is it on the other bull?
Cam Thomas is on the Nets.
What's the other bull name then?
Stephon Castle.
Yes, there we go.
De'Aaron Fox.
They're getting rid of De'Aaron Fox to pick up Giannis.
Not necessarily. I think they would give up Stephon Castle before
that would be
Fox.
Dumb. They literally just drafted Stephon Castle.
You gotta think about it like this though too, T. If you're trying to win a championship, who gives you a better chance to win a championship right now?
Stephon Castle working with Wembanyama. Yes.
Nah, bro. Because I only say no because
who's a better shooter?
Well, De'Aaron Fox is a better shooter than
Castle?
Stephon Castle. Hell yeah. Bro, Stephon Castle is only in his second year in the league. You mean to tell me you think the Spurs is gonna trade
Castle? You think never been known to be a good 3-point shooter, bro.
I mean, he's never to me, he's always been serviceable. Like I don't think, like me personally, if I'm a coach, I'm not gonna stay up all night game planning for De'Aaron Fox's shooting, his 3-point shooting. I'm not gonna stay up all night game planning for it. But when the game starts, I'm definitely gonna account for it because he can definitely knock some shots down. Stephon Castle can too, but Stephon Castle right now he's not a better player than De'Aaron Fox, bro. And if you're acquiring Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you're essentially saying that you're all in, you have to keep that De'Aaron Fox. You have to keep Fox on the team because you just signed him to a contract and you just traded for him.
That's another Nets with KD, Harden, and Kyrie. That's another Nets if you think about it.
Why do you say that?
KD, Harden, Kyrie, ball dominant players.
I mean, okay, I'm looking at it like this.
Dominant player.
I'm looking at it like this
Giannis
though.
Can make shit work without him being either on the pick and roll or having the ball.
But listen, though, T. If Giannis can make, I feel like if Giannis can make it work with Damian Lillard, I think he can make it work with De'Aaron. You don't think so?
It's not that he can't make it work with De'Aaron. De'Aaron is not known for his playmaking like that, though.
You don't think so? He's more so of a scoring guard, ain't he? Yeah.
Now look at who he's gonna be playing with. You got Giannis and Wemby.
Somebody would have to take a back seat, and I think it would be
Wemby
De'Aaron Fox.
Be the shooter. Wemby would be the shooter. Fox is not gonna be a fucking facilitator for the both of them that well. What's his name? Castle would be a better playmaker because this nigga would just want the ball. Either I drop, kick out to Giannis, or that's all he would be doing. And Giannis would be staying in the paint with bro. And all majority of the shit that they're gonna try to run, he's not a pick and roll guard. You know that. You saw him try to work with Sabonis on the Kings.
It didn't work.
Sabonis literally had to sit on the block the whole time shooting middies. Now I know you remember that shit.
I remember.
Was literally just on that block.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. I see where you're going with
literally, bro. So if you get rid of Fox, you get a better whole scenario as a total. That's a better trade than anything else.
Yeah, because Giannis can be your facilitator from time to time. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Nigga throw the ball hard as shit.
I get what you're saying. I feel like me personally, the reason why I said Stephon Castle over Fox is just because it just doesn't necessarily for me make sense for them to trade for the man not that long ago. He never really played for the San Antonio Spurs for real. And then y'all just gonna trade him?
Yeah, it makes sense. They do that to a lot of players. Trade value.
Trade value.
Very good trade value.
Yeah, and I think
the Bucks wouldn't take De'Aaron Fox right now.
A lot of the Bucks would love to take De'Aaron Fox, right? Nigga, what?
Like, bro, that's what I'm saying. So now think about this though. This is a highly likely scenario.
I'm listening.
Wemby and Giannis in a pick and roll. bro, you got Wemby frying your big man, Giannis.
Yo, but now, you know how much sleep a coach is gonna lose trying to game plan for that shit?
You got a 7'4" nigga with a crazy wingspan that can shoot over basically everybody.
Listen, bro.
And the only other nigga that can contest him for real is setting him picks.
Bro, I'm telling you. Listen, bro. As a head coach, trying to game plan for these niggas, bro, you're gonna be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning when you finally figure out a decent game plan to stop these niggas. By the time you get to game day, nigga, you're gonna be too damn tired to coach.
Bro, coach, you get to game day, you got 7 caffeine bottles with you. You got 10. Bro,
you got 10 5-hour energy drinks, nigga.
Jesus, bro, like you understand? Like, yo, that shit would be painful to think about. Like, imagine sitting there and really saying, like, yo, I'm gonna have to guard Giannis and Wemby tomorrow. I'm gonna have to fight in that pick and roll with Giannis and Wemby.
Yo,
who the fuck are you gonna put in that pick and roll to guard Giannis and Wemby?
I can't even think of anybody right now.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, put Jokic to guard Giannis on a roll.
Nigga, Jokic is getting dunked inside the basketball rim.
You put there's not a lot of big men you can put to guard. You put Rudy Gobert to guard that nigga on the pick and roll. Who the fuck
nigga, Rudy Gobert's getting fried, nigga.
No, who's gonna stop a 3 from Wemby at that point?
That's true.
Rudy can hold his own in the paint against Giannis. Who the fuck is gonna contest a 3 from that nigga? And then Rudy and Giannis fighting for the board. Like, who the fuck wants to do that, bro?
I'm telling you right now, that's the best team that Giannis could land on he could end up on.
The Spurs, easily.
The Spurs. They have the assets to do it. Like I told you, they have the 2nd overall pick. They got De'Aaron Fox. They got Castle if they want to trade either one of them dudes. But to be honest with you, I feel like they could fuck around and get Giannis and not have to give up Stephon Castle or De'Aaron Fox.
No, they have to give up De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
They literally would have to give up De'Aaron Fox. That cap value would fucking cook him.
Yeah, they would.
You understand, like...
Now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't mean to cut you off, but now that I'm thinking about what you said earlier, for them to make the cap and shit work, De'Aaron Fox would be the odd man out.
Like I said, it'll be another Nets. You will literally have either Wemby and De'Aaron Fox running the pick and roll and Giannis standing in the paint.
It's not gonna work.
Giannis and fucking De'Aaron Fox running the pick and roll. De'Aaron Fox is not gonna be able to dish the ball to Wemby in the corner.
It's not gonna work. You right. It's not gonna work. And I don't know how De'Aaron Fox would feel about taking a backseat role to anybody because he's been an all-star all his career.
He literally just came from the Kings. He was the best player on there.
Yeah, he's not gonna want to do that. I feel like he even feels weird taking a backseat to like Victor, to be honest with you.
His first couple of games, his rhythm was off bad because Victor was getting a lot of shots. He was not really frying shit. It took him a while to get into it, though. He started frying, though. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, of course, it takes a while to adjust to a new team scheme. But with the freedom they gave that nigga when he first got on that team, they literally just here you get the ball when you set your screen, you decide what to do with it.
Yeah,
they would literally clear the whole joint. He get the ball, they clear out. Fuck it. I just remember they got Chris Paul. He's gone.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's out of there. He's out of there. I forgot about Chris Paul.
Chris Paul and Darren Fox are gone.
Out of
Those
there.
two are gone.
But
gone.
Was okay. So when last season, because I think you watched the Spurs more than I watched them. Last season when they got De'Aaron Fox, was Stephon Castle coming off the bench at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Stephon wasn't like Stephon. There's a reason why niggas say Stephon Castle should have been like what's the thing called Rookie of the Year, some shit like that.
He won Rookie of the Year though.
Wait.
He did.
Niggas lied to me.
He won Rookie of the Year, bro.
Niggas lied to me.
And I don't think you're gonna keep if he would just won Rookie of the Year, you're not gonna keep him on the bench. He's gonna start next season.
I'm never believing niggas again when it comes to basketball. I didn't even look it up either. I literally just went with what niggas said.
Who did they say won Rookie of the Year?
Fucking
Zachary Reese-Shai?
The Thompson brother. One of the Thompson brothers.
Hell no. You wasn't doing what Stephon Castle was doing.
Bro, that's what I said. Like, do niggas not understand how good Stephon Castle was on the Spurs?
Look, now that I'm thinking about him winning Rookie of the Year, it really, really doesn't make sense for the Spurs to trade him because you just went and picked up a championship merchant in De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is not a homegrown Spur. You drafted this nigga 4th overall. So, of course, they're not going to trade Castle. He got a good skill set.
Imagine the Mavericks don't get Cooper Flag. Imagine they don't pick up Cooper Flag.
Okay, so if they don't get Cooper, who would they get? Because I think that's the only player that they're going to take with that number 1 pick. Unless they're trying to trade it for Giannis.
Kyrie, no.
Does that make sense? But would that make sense to you if they instead of drafting Cooper Flag, they traded the 1st overall pick to the Bucks to get Giannis?
No.
It wouldn't make sense?
No, that should be. Wait. Whoa.
Kyrie, Giannis, and motherfucking Davis?
No. I'm looking at more so the Bucks. You got Dame, Cooper, and then you got Chris coming back from injury. You got a lot of their team coming back from injury.
I still don't think them niggas gonna do shit though, bro.
If they can develop Cooper Flag right then, maybe.
If they can develop, Dame's not sticking around to see Cooper Flag develop.
Bro, I'm sorry, I hate Dame, bro. I really don't like Dame. Niggas don't understand. I hated Dame for so long because he's a fucking. I'm afraid of LeBron. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Niggas never said you was afraid of LeBron, bro. Why you keep talking about that? Shut up. Niggas talking about, I never left my team. Look at how loyal I am. Shut up, bro. Niggas never asked you that shit until you was getting ready to leave. Until your last 2 years.
No cap.
That's what niggas was asking me. So what team you gonna go on now? Because niggas knew you was getting ready to leave.
He said he want to go to. I want to go to Miami. I want to go to Miami. He want to go to Miami now, but you was just talking about how you don't switch teams.
I ain't gonna lie. That team wouldn't have worked either.
Miami Heat and Dame and them? Nah, it wouldn't have worked.
Dame, Jimmy.
Nah.
I mean, Jimmy knows how to take a back seat, though.
To be honest with you, though, it's kind of hard to gauge because it's like if we were because they wanted Tyler Hero. I just don't think it wouldn't have been the same without Tyler, bro. Dame, Bam, and Jimmy. It just wouldn't have been the same without Tyler, bro.
Yeah, not the same culture.
It's not even the same culture. It's like the vision that I had for the team if we would have went and got Dame that season, the vision wouldn't have been right for me without Tyler there. Tyler, Bam, and Jimmy, and Dame, that's a championship team right there.
I'm not closing. I'm just changing the drum. But nah, for real though, bro.
You know what I mean?
My fault.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. But I think we basically talked about everything NBA right quick. I want to take like a few minutes just to talk about I want to go over the NFL shit real quick, real fast.
Bro, don't ask me about Aaron Rodgers, bro. Don't ask me about Aaron Rodgers.
You know, that's the first thing I gotta ask you about, bro, because you talked about it when the cameras wasn't rolling. So I gotta ask you on cam, bro. How you feel about the Steelers signing Aaron Rodgers to a 1-year deal?
Stupid. Why not develop Will Howard?
Well, okay. How about this? If I have a counter argument to that theory. First of all, Will Howard is a 6th-round draft pick. People forget that. I'm not saying that he's not good.
When was Brady drafted?
Brady was drafted in the 2nd round, but you can't compare them two situations because Tom Brady didn't start right away. He was.
Start right away?
I mean, nigga, if you don't start Will Howard, who the hell you gonna start?
Mason Rudolph was that bad for him.
Nigga, Mason Rudolph is ass. Nigga, hold on. You telling me? So you telling me if you was the Steelers, right? You the Steelers organization, right? You got Mason Rudolph and Will Howard on your team, and you have an opportunity to sign Aaron Rodgers to a cheap minimum veteran deal for just 1 year. That shit doesn't have to really be guaranteed for real. You're not gonna sign him. You gonna fucking roll with Mason Rudolph, nigga? I'm sorry, Aaron Rodgers. You're coming to Pittsburgh.
Bro, them niggas make playoffs with fucking what's this nigga's name again? Kenny Two Gloves Pickett.
That nigga ass though, bro.
Exactly, and it made playoffs with him.
Yeah, but you know the Steelers make the playoffs every year, so that's not even
precisely. You develop Will Howard behind a bullshit quarterback. You acting like they not good for developing. Look at Big Ben.
No, Big Ben is good.
They never took time to actually want to develop anybody else.
That's true too. But I feel like
Mason Rudolph got a concussion before he could even get developed.
But listen though, I feel like Aaron Rodgers coming to the team, it benefits Will Howard. Because Will Howard can sit behind one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. And he can develop like that. I just don't think that it would have been ideal to throw Will. I don't think it would have been ideal, bro, to throw Will Howard out there to the Wolves. Because you never knew what was going to happen. Because he could be really, really bad or he could be really, really good. You just never know. But I don't think that was a chance the Steelers was willing to take, bro. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that they got Aaron Rodgers for a year. I would be really mad about it if it was for more than 2-3 years.
The Steelers don't want to win. You think them niggas want to win right now?
If they're signing Aaron Rodgers, nigga, yes, they trying to win.
They traded George Pickens to the fucking Cowboys for what?
That's true.
Breadcrumbs.
That's true.
Them niggas don't want to win, bro. Bro, they traded one of their best receivers for breadcrumbs, bro.
So you think they're just trying to get asses in seats at this point? That's why they signed Aaron Rodgers?
They literally signed him for
ticket sales.
Like, niggas already knew they shouldn't be having bro there.
That's true. Yeah. But he's here, man. And I think that was the only team that he could really sign with. I got a few topics, bro. Let's move on from Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are finna be mediocre next season, bro. They might win like 9 or 10 games next season. But yo, did you hear about Shedeur Sanders killing them in OTAs?
What happened?
Shedeur Sanders is looking like the best quarterback in OTAs right now. Niggas is thinking that he might be the starter week 1.
Yeah, he should be. Bro, he was the best. He was better than Cam Ward in my eyes.
I thought so too. I ain't gonna lie. I thought so too.
He was better than Cam Ward. I'm sorry. It's just the fact that his attitude was dog shit. Bro, he went to the Titans. Nigga, I think I already told you this story. When he was talking to the Titans, Cam Ward was talking like, yeah, I took a, you know what I'm saying? When this happened, I did this wrong. Bro, every other team that talks to fuck Shedeur, nigga, it wasn't my fault. Look at what my line was doing.
Yeah.
How you gonna do? What did I like? What, bro?
But look,
what?
though,
You can't do shit like that.
But I will vouch for Shedeur on this, bro. That line was horrible, bro.
Oh yeah.
And he was still
100%.
able to complete 70% of his passes. That's elite, bro.
But here's my thing though. As a leader, / you're the captain of the team. You're one of the face of the team. You talking like that about your team is not gonna make them want to play better for you, bro.
It's not. And that's kind of what my issue with Shedeur was. I feel like sometimes he was a little too vocal when it came to situations like that because he was literally calling them niggas out while he was playing the game on stream. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not like NFL teams is looking at stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I do believe that Shedeur Sanders, him getting picked in the 5th round, was a little egregious. I thought it was a little egregious, especially from the Cleveland Browns perspective, because the Cleveland Browns, you got to think about this, bro. They literally wasted a 3rd round pick just to spite this man.
Nah, for real. They really. Who was it that they picked up again?
Nigga, Dylan Gabriel.
Look, I'm an Oregon fan, bro. Chill.
That's not an NFL, but he's not an NFL quarterback.
Look, I'm an Oregon fan, bro. Chill.
Go ahead, explain. Explain this pick, because I don't understand.
I have no take on this. But let's relax on my boy Dylan, though. I'm an Oregon fan. Let's relax.
Nah. Listen, bro. I think Dylan Gabriel, from watching his interviews and shit, he's a cool dude. Like Dylan Gabriel, he one of them type of niggas I would crack a beer open with and chill with. You know what I'm saying?
Crack a beer open and chill with. That's funny.
No bullshit, bro. I pour him a shot. We can go shot for shot, nigga. Whatever. But when I look at him from like a NFL quarterback standpoint, I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see it. I don't see starting NFL quarterback in him, bro. I don't see it.
A lot of niggas said that, though. People said that about a lot of quarterbacks. Look at them now.
What quarterback? Like, name a quarterback that they said that about. Lamar Jackson, yeah. I'll give you that.
That's the biggest one I can name.
That's the biggest one. That's the biggest one.
They was hating on Lamar like crazy. Joe Burrow.
Nah, nigga, that nigga went number 1.
Bro, he went number 1, but them niggas expecting that nigga to be ass.
No. They was only expecting him to be ass because he went to the Cincinnati Bengals, nigga. Everybody knew Joe Burrow was.
They thought he wasn't going to produce.
No, bro. Everybody thought Joe Burrow was that nigga, bro. You got to see, bro. Joe Burrow threw 55 touchdown passes his last year in college? Joe Burrow, I'm going to tell you this. The only reason why people had concerns about Joe Burrow, 2 reasons, bro, really. He was going to the Cincinnati Bengals, one of the worst ran franchises in NFL history, bro. Them niggas are not known for winning a motherfucking thing. And you know, you be thinking I be hating on Joe Burrow, but I will give Joe Burrow that nigga, if it wasn't for him, the Cincinnati Bengals wouldn't be on shit. Nigga, AJ Green and AJ Green, best thing that happened to him before Jamar Chase. Before Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow came along. And then Joe Burrow has small hands. He had smaller hands than the average quarterback, so niggas didn't think he was going to be
that's not what niggas was talking about, bro. Niggas was really talking as like, I don't think you really heard what niggas was saying about Joe Burrow. Niggas was talking about Joe Burrow like, yo, nigga would never be anything crazy due to the fact that he got spoiled. He got this and that through LSU. He got carried by Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and all them niggas through LSU.
I definitely heard some analysts say that.
Like, bro, there was so much shit on him about, the receivers talent that he had was the only reason that he was that good. I'm like,
but look though, T, if you really think about it though, every quarterback that's had a very, very good receiving core in college, bro, they've said that about all of them. Tua, they said that about Tua. They said that about C.J. Stroud. They said that about Joe Burrow. So they say that about a lot of quarterbacks.
Did they say that about Trevor Lawrence?
They said, nah.
I don't think they said that about Trevor Lawrence.
Dick riding Trevor Lawrence.
Dick riding that nigga crazy. Bro, the only other nigga I could really say, like, they low-key dick roll, Jay Herbo. But I love Justin Herbert, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I fuck with Justin Herbert, too. And you wouldn't believe me if I told you this, but I got a jersey. I got a jersey of his in my closet. No bullshit.
I want to get his old Oregon jersey, bro. That's what I want to get. I want to get the Oregon. Nigga, I'm an Oregon fan, bro.
Oh yeah, because
I'm Oregon, bro. I know that's weird places.
It's not though. They're close together, so I'll give you a pass. I give you a pass.
What dog like?
I give you a pass, but Justin Herbert, he's that guy. I just need to see him put it together in the playoffs.
No, niggas keep failing to realize the season. Like, I think it was not this season that just happened, the season before that.
Yes.
He was in Joe Burrow's situation. Niggas keep forgetting. He was scoring. He was putting up the numbers. He couldn't get a stop on the defense because of his defense. You remember the game?
Yeah.
Do you remember they blew a what lead against the Raiders?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, bro, Justin Herbert was such a good QB. Look, he only had Keenan Allen as a target, as a main target, and I think he put up 5,000 yards 2 times.
Nah, Justin Herbert, he's a bad motherfucker, man. He's bad. He's a bad motherfucker.
Like, I think he put up 5,000 yards his rookie season.
But the knock on him, and we're not saying that he's not a good quarterback. I think everybody loved Justin Herbert, okay? We just need to see him do it in the playoffs, bro, because in the playoffs, bro, that's when it really matters. Okay?
So
think about this, right?
Lamar
Jackson, that's the knock on him. He chokes in the playoffs. That's the knock on him. But what I can say, to be honest with you, bro, I really don't know what to say about Lamar Jackson's NFL playoff performances, really, because it be leaving a lot to be desired. He leaves a lot to be desired sometimes in the playoffs, okay? But in the regular season, he be winning MVP. Because me personally, that one MVP season that Lamar had, and then he turns around and puts up a stinker in the playoffs like that, it's not really it's not a good look. And I think that's the reason why people be knocking on him sometimes, bro. But
I think Lamar stole CMC and Derrick Henry's MVPs, but that's just me though.
I can't listen, bro. I can't disagree with you, bro. I really can't. But I fuck with Lamar though. In the regular season, I want to be able to fuck with Lamar in the playoffs too. But he gotta show me something, bro. He gotta show me something, man. In the playoffs, he gotta show me something. That's it.
I'm sorry.
Same thing with Justin Herbert. I'm not about to say Joe Burrow, but I don't hate Joe Burrow. But same thing with Justin, man. What's up?
He's listening to crash out music. He may have to cut this short. He's stomping the grounds.
Man, listen, man. Yo, we're gonna go ahead and finish this conversation another day. We probably are going on like 2 hours. So I have a whole lot of editing to do, all right?
Oh, bro.
Okay, but if I can't get the video out by tomorrow, I'll probably get it done by like Saturday type shit, okay? But yo, T, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, fam. You know what I mean? It's my dog T. Next time we're gonna have your socials and shit on the shit. I gotta work my magic and all that.
About that, brother. I'm not a social media guy.
Yeah, man, I just appreciate you for tapping in with your boy, man. There's a couple of topics I really wanted to ask you about, but you know James is tweaking and shit, man. So we're gonna cut it short this time. But I'm gonna save these for the next show, all right?